Hello, welcome to video 0150. In this video, we're going to do two examples of how to solve word problems. All right, the method we're going to use is called guess, check, and generalize. This is a good problem-solving strategy. It starts by simply taking a guess at what the answer could be. You don't have to be right or even close, but just start with something. Then we're going to check our guess to see if it actually fits the facts of the problem, the constraints. All right, then we could take another guess and keep guessing, but we're going to try to generalize. That means to use the math we've done to write equations for the problem and solve them. Okay, so guess, check, generalize. It's a great way to kind of get going on understanding the problem. All right, so here we go. A store sells cookies and cupcakes. The cookies cost 75 cents each, and the cupcakes are $2.40. A customer ordered 16 cookies and cupcakes and was charged $28.50. How many cookies and cupcakes did they buy? All right, so we're going to kind of start with a guess. Someone provided a guess for us. It says, could they have purchased 12 cookies and 4 cupcakes? I don't know. Let's see if that's possible. So when we start thinking about this, the first thing that must be true is that there must be 16 cookies and cupcakes. So this is like the first fact. Customer ordered 16 cookies and cupcakes. All right, so these two numbers should add up to 16. So, and we see that that's true. All right, so we're checking the guess. And there are two facts. That's the first fact. The second fact is that they were charged $28.50. So we got to come up with how much 12 cookies and 4 cupcakes are worth. Well, if they're 12 cookies and they're each worth 75 cents, we multiply 12 times 75 cents to get the cost of the cookies. And to get the cost of the cupcakes, we multiply 4 times $2.40. And if we do that, we get $18.60, which is kind of low. The amount we were looking for was $28.50. So I think we're going to see that they purchased more cupcakes and fewer cookies. But we'll find out. But this is what I mean by understanding the math of the problem. If you can do this, you can actually write the equations for the problem. All right. So we're going to develop that a little bit. So the first fact, we want to record what the first fact was. And the first fact was that there were 16 cookies and cupcakes. So I'm going to just say a total of 16. If we let x equal the number of cookies and y equal the number of cupcakes, we can represent this fact with an equation. The total is 16. That just means x plus y equals 16. That's our first equation. Okay. The second fact was that the total cost was $28.50. All right, so we're going to do what we did. We took the number of cookies times 0.75. So we have 0.75x. That's the cost of the cookies. Plus, the cost of the cupcakes would be 240 times y, the number of cupcakes. And we're told that this has to equal 28.50. So when we took our guess, instead of x and y, we had the numbers we're guessing. All I did was just replace them with variables. Okay. So now we have our two equations. We can go about solving them. We were already good at this. We can just use the method of elimination. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by 0.75. And we get 0.75x plus 0.75y equals 0.75 times 16, which is 12. And then I'm just going to copy the second equation. Okay, and when we subtract these, we end up getting negative 1.65y equals negative 16.50. And if you solve that, you get y equals 10. That was the number of cupcakes. Well, if you remember, they have to add up to 16. That means the number of cookies was 6. Okay, now that takes some experience to get good at writing equations for a problem and solving it. So don't worry if this is new to you, you'll get it. All right, here's our second example. This is the classic ticket problem. These problems are asked all the time. So we have a total of 200 students and adults attended a play put on by the Drama Club. Tickets for the students were $6 and tickets for the adults were $10. The total money made from the ticket sales was $1,480. So here we go. We're going to start with a guess. Could the answer be 150 students and 50 adults? Well, the first fact is that a total of 200 students adults attended the play. So the first thing we need to be true is that when we add up these numbers, we get 200. Okay, that's an important fact, and it turns out to be true in this case. The second fact is that the value was $1,480. All right, so if there are 150 students, that'd be 150 times 6 plus 50 adults times $10 each. That would equal the total amount made, and that ends up being $1,400, which is close, but not quite what we want. We want 1,480. But I see the math already. I'm going to let X be the number of student tickets and Y be the number of adult tickets, and we get X plus Y equals 200. This quantity is X, this quantity is Y. When I move to the second equation, I see 150 times 6. That's X times 6, or 6X. $6 each, X students, 6 times X. And this quantity right here is Y. 50 times 10, that's going to be 10 times Y. $10 each, Y is the number of adults, and this has to equal 1480. All right, I know you're good at solving these, so when you go ahead and solve them, you get X equals 130 and Y equals 70. Okay, so if you can start with a guess and kind of check the guess and whether the guess works, I think you can make the jump and write the equations for the problem. All right, good luck.